God damn it. Right when oh, now I have to sneeze. Great. I yawned, I stretched, and then right whenever I hit record, I started coughing, and now I have to fucking sneeze. You, I can always just edit this shit out. Probably not going to because that takes time. Who the fuck wants to do that? Yeah, we got a long one. Another long one. It's for me, it's a Monday. It's March 31st. I almost reached my goal for March. My goal for March was 800 subs. And I'm sitting at about 770 or so. Unless a bunch of people realize who I really am. And they start unsubscribing. Because, like, this dude ain't gay. I thought this dude was gay. All right, Nick Mullen does Bobby Slayton. I have no fucking idea who Bobby Slayton is. And I've seen a lot of stand-up comedy, so this is surprising to me that I've never even seen who he is. I don't recognize him at all. I don't recognize him from any movies. I haven't heard any of his bits. And I'm assuming because this is a Nick Mullen video or a Cum Town style video, I'm not going to hear any of his bits. It's going to be Nick pretending to be him. And I'm not going to get any of the fucking jokes. But I'm going to laugh anyway because I laugh at retarded shit. I look in the mirror and laugh all the goddamn time.
What's up? Y'all got fucking Down syndrome, or what do they put you in? What are you in St. Jude's for?
All right, this is a good one.
Yeah.
This one's just you look like you got stuck in an escalator. What the hell? What do you got? This one's all twisted up.
Yeah.
You ever notice that over in India they got weird? It's all because you guys are just like bald. One of you's got glasses is too thick.
Right.
But over in India, 4 arms. The kid's got a dick for a nose.
Yeah.
Bobby Slayton will be at St. Jude's Hospital this weekend.
The Pitbull.
Yeah. So what's the deal? You guys are, what are you, like fucking retards or something? That thing about the dick's true? I have leukemia. Did you have a bigger dick? You gotta. I'm not gonna
Show it. Pull it out.
I'm not gonna ask you to pull your cock out, but only because you're 6. Because then I'm a fucking pedophile.
Any 12-year-olds?
Yeah.
Any 12-year-old retards? Let's see your cocks.
Let me ask you something. Where the fuck are the helmets? My whole life I was told that you guys go around wearing fucking helmets all the time. I've never once in my life seen a retard actually wearing a fucking helmet. Where did that come from? Makes me think maybe they're on the dick.
Right.
Well, maybe the dick thing isn't true.
Right. That's a great point, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen a helmet on a retarded. I don't know how that. Never in my life. The fuck were they wearing the helmets for anyway? To protect themselves against brain damage?
Down syndrome. Why do they call it that? That seems like a slap in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Why? He's got to be sad.
Call it up syndrome.
Just because he looks like a Chinese guy.
Right.
He's got to be sad about that.
Yeah.
What happens when it gets Down syndrome?
Right. Does he look double Chinese?
Mm-hmm. What? How do they know if that? What happens when it with Down syndrome gets sleepy? His eyelids get so close together, probably split a fucking atom.
That's an interesting question.
Maybe we didn't even drop the bomb in Japan. Maybe it was a couple of Japanese guys with Down syndrome taking a siesta.
Woo! Yeah, the kids are all clapping. They're laughing.
Oh, he went there.
So true, Bobby.
He went there. Yeah. Saint Jude? That doesn't make any sense. Was he Christian or a fucking... You know, it doesn't. Which one is it?
Mm-hmm. Right.
What's next? Grand Wizard fucking Cletus. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a white thing and a black thing. Look, guys, I do crowd work. And we can't say I'm technically firing on all cylinders here crowd-wise. Like, this kid's more chair than human. What all those fucking buttons do? Which one of these I pressed to got FaceTime with Elmo? Get Elmo on the phone, that red faggot. I worked with him. I worked with him for years. Back in the 80s. Back when I was on, I like to talk about it, but when I was on Stern.
Right.
You gonna clap, you fucking ingrate? Look at the elephantiasis kid's got enough hands for everybody. Why don't you fucking get a round of applause going?
That's a big hand.
What the fuck,
They
man?
should do that.
Yeah, just have Bobby Slayton go to St. Jude's.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna look up some Bobby Slayton fucking stand-up after this, and if he better be this goddamn funny.
Cheer the kids up.
Yeah.
It's the greatest medicine.
Laughter, nothing better than
Nothing
laughter.
beats it.
Nothing fucking beats
That's
it.
how you've defeated the novel
Just a
coronavirus.
bunch of like 6-year-olds hooked up to dialysis machines. Like, yeah, my wife's pussy's trash. It's fucking garbage.
I would love to go attend the Pitbull of Comedy show in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him at fucking Gotham like 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He literally did that. There was a Chinese lady up front. He's like, are you fucking Chinese or asleep? I can't tell. And then she like got up, stormed out, took her jacket, and then her boyfriend like just kind of followed her out and was like silent in the room. And but prior to that, no, sorry, I fucked up the story. Prior to that, he's just like drilling in there. He's like, what are you, Cantonese, Mandarin?
Right.
What's the fucking difference? Why the fuck do you need two of that shit? Doing that thing. And then she gets mad. He goes to sleep. You're Chinese. She storms out. And then it's like dead silent in there because people like don't really know how to react. And he just picks up her chair and sniffs the seat and he goes, yeah, that's Mandarin.
Respect. Yeah. I'd love to see him in a...
That's
in a
fucking
what would we do
hilarious,
if
dude.
everyone was Chinese?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be...
Yeah, we would.
That's the
we
reality.
short circuit.
That's the reality he's going to face.
Right.
When we're in the Olympic Stadium in Beijing, it's going to be tough to do crowd work.
That would be an interesting thought experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or just a regular experiment, I guess. Let's get Bobby Slayton in a room full of Chinese people.
It's St. Jude's Hospital.
St. Jude's
Yeah.
Hospital.
Any of you Chinese? You got to have one sick Chinese kid in here. Who's on my
I'm
fucking
dying.
rider.
I'm dying over here.
Let's just pretend this one's Chinese. Let's imagine for a second that this fucking... What, are you Puerto Rican or something?
You gotta imagine they kids.
Jesus, you
gotta
look like you were
imagine
born in a fucking lens crafters.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, man.
I should have been like a marriage counselor or something because, these asshole marriage counselors, they're all assholes. I was married for 28 years. That was a long time. Long time. I was with my wife for 30 years before she passed away. 30 years. 30 years is a long time. With a wind chill factor, it was like 130. It's a long time.
Doesn't make it cold.
I'm not making fun of the fact that my wife died. I went through a lot of shit, man, the last 2 months. I went to a grief counselor, and it was the same grief counselor that married us. It's amazing how things come full circle. Laughing at my dead wife. I hope you're happy. but you know what it is? It's that... I forgot what I thought about, but it doesn't matter. There's so many things on my mind that I have to discuss with you.
This is the video to promote a weekend he's doing. Opens up with a bit about him being like, fuck it, I don't remember where that one goes. Let me ask you something. Are you like some kind of Chinese guy?
Where is he? Let's plug his date, man.
I want to talk about you.
Like his date. Yeah, we're not shitting on a
How long
list.
you been?
I think this is old.
No.
Let's see. This is no events
Come
have been
on.
scheduled for this comedian.
He'll come back. He's coming back.
He's coming back.
And he's
Keep
coming
an
back
eye
stronger.
Out. Keep an eye out. He's probably taking coronavirus off.
But no, here's what's important. The anniversary thing. Let me get back to that. The anniversary thing, it's very important to a woman. Because you know what? It's not important to you? Really? And now you can't say this. He's looking at her. Let it go. She doesn't give a flying fuck about your anniversary. Do you see what I've done for you here? I don't know. I don't think you see what I've done. Okay, when's your anniversary? What's the date? What? You know? How do you know? Are you fucking his wife? How do you know?
Oh, shit.
You know these people? Jerry.
Nice.
You know his anniversary? That's your nephew.
What?
Your
Family
nephew?
night out to see Bobby Slayton.
You were there. How do you remember this shit? When's your anniversary?
May 25th.
May 25th. That's my birthday, May 25th. That's Wednesday. When's your anniversary?
May 29th.
May 29th. Okay, that's Sunday. That's when I'm having. Oh God, this is really creepy. This whole I'm sorry to. I got a lot of shit going on here.
So far.
Well,
So yeah, imagine him.
I mean, let me find the better. Now I feel
Dude.
bad about playing that instead of a better video of him ripping into a Chinese guy.
Yeah, I wanted the
Yes,
Chinese.
Yeah.
Find that. Let's mail him a check.
I wanted the racism. I mean, I wanted the funny stuff.
After this,
Yeah. We don't want to take advantage.
we should have him on.
I'm just searching Bobby
Open
Slayton
invite. Open
Chinese.
door. Open invite. If you guys know Bobby Slayton, tell him to come on to Cum Town.
We want him on the pod.
Bobby
And we
Slayton.
want also, if you're a Chinese person,
Here
we
we go.
want you
Bobby
on the
Slayton.
same episode.
Chinese adoption. Let's see.
Now we're
That's
talking.
all right.
But women, you know what? I don't think if you had all the rights and everything, you'll still find something to bitch
Hell
about.
yeah.
Now we're
Yes.
$20
That's my kind of motherfucker right there.
bill, which is great. It won't be worth as much, but still. Still, it's a thought that counts. It's a thought that counts. That's what's important. You know, there's a lot of Chinese people in the States. Nice segue, Bobby. Thank you very much. Should have found a better transition. But there are. You have a lot of Chinese people up here, too. You know, I'll tell you why there's so many Chinese people. Now what people are doing, it's a big thing in the States, and somebody told me up here in Canada also, that people are going to China to adopt babies. My cousin did it. One of my friends did it. And when I asked them, what are you going to China for? There's plenty of babies to be, adopted in the United States. And what they told me was the red tape and the paperwork was so incredible that it was easier to go to China to get a baby. It's kind of a sad state of affairs. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But all over LA, you go to the mall and you see white people with Chinese children. Mm-hmm. Again, that's fine. But it's got to be so awkward when you go to the Foot Locker and the kid starts pointing out stuff he made. It's fine, but awkward. Oh, Dad, you made no shoes.
Find a better one. Find a better one.
Very awkward situation.
That's a lot of setup.
Yeah, I got
Well, it's like even a guy like Bobby Slayton. It's like you got to worry about. They can't let him go the way he used to.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1987.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Next performer, the New York Post described his act as sexist, racist, abrasive, yet endearing. Sounds like my kind of guy. Would
It sounds like me.
you please help welcome the Pitbull of Comedy, Bobby Slayton.
Look how good comedy clubs used to look.
Yeah, dude. Awesome.
That shit's great.
Mr. Lettuce. Mr. John Lettuce.
Where's that?
Thank you. How you doing?
Is that the old Carolines? Where is that? The one that was like Hell's Kitchen or whatever?
Maybe.
You know, it's funny, I'm driving down here tonight. I went to see my agent today. I know it sounds like a joke, but it's true. And I'm in Beverly Hills, and I go to, this is so typical LA. And there's this guy in front of me in a vet. You know the kind of guys that drive Corvettes. It's always the guys with the thick necks and the little peckers, you know? You don't see women in the cars with these guys. And the guy, I'm not making this up, the guy's got personal life license plates with the word macho, and he had some number, macho 3, whatever, like he's got a whole fleet of these. Whatever. These are the kind of guys you want to shoot at on the freeway. Machos, whatever. I just love to work in the Department of Motor Vehicles when this.
This is like a tape thing, so he's doing material. I'm telling you what.
You gotta see the man live.
You gotta
get a Chinese guy.
No, literally. If you want to see Bobby Slayton, don't wait till he comes to your town. See if he's going to be in like Berkeley or Chinatown. Ideally,
Right.
If he's doing
the Chinatown Comedy Club.
If he's doing P.F. Chang's in the Bay Area.
where the cradle of Chinese culture in the Bay Area is P.F. Chang's.
Yeah.
You know how they like
They
going
love
to
going
P.F.
to P.F. Chang's.
You know how they love those chicken lettuce wraps. So good.
I love those.
So
Dude.
good.
Mm-hmm. If he's doing the Hard Lock Cafe
Yes, sir.
The hard luck.
in Las Vegas, that's where you go see him.
Adam, where should I stay in Vegas, dude?
You should
The
say
Mandalay Bay Casino on the
Stay at the-
37th floor in room
There we go.
216.
I should.
I feel like everyone forgot about Paddock.
No one forgot.
No one forgot about him. It's just that he like it's
They just never figured out what happened.
It's the fucking high score, And yeah, they just don't have because here's what happened.
What?
He
What
was
what the fuck are they talking about now?
There's an
a
arms
CIA asset, that was selling fucking guns to the Saudis. The Saudis discovered he was intelligence, shot up the concert, killed him, and then left everything in the fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Or the hotel.
The hotel.
Yep.
What happened? And they got him?
And whatever happened to his Chinese wife, Bobby?
She was Filipino.
Whatever.
I think, or maybe Chinese.
Yeah. I saw the shooting. It makes you wonder what happened to his wife. You think he fled the scene and said, "Come on, baby, let's go"? And he's walking away with an 8-year-old boy who just happens to be Chinese. They all look the same, is what I'm saying. They all look the same. They all got a very similar look. I guess she probably had pretty big tits, huh? Some of them got big tits. That's how you know they're the women. That's how you know they're the women. They got the big tits. Can you imagine how fucked up that would be if the women didn't have tits? Then they'd really fucking look alike.
That would be fucked up.
So fucking true, man. Yeah, dude.
God damn.
Shout out to Stevie Paddock.
It's weird. There's two types of Chinese kid you could be. The shoemaking kind and the dick sucking kind.
Right. That's right. You take a standardized test.
Wait, it was an
first
arms.
grade.
Wait, you're saying it's an arms trail that goes or trade that goes bad, and then because it goes bad, they just kill a bunch of people to cover it up.
Yeah. Make it look like
That's kind of you could cover. Really, I mean, that just seems like
Yeah, it seems
It
like
seems
you
like
just kill him and
a
then
pretty drastic.
What are you saying?
Seems like a pretty drastic way to cover up an arms deal.
Seems like a little too much dazzle camouflage.
Yeah, like 59 too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? Are they talking about the
But
Vegas thing?
maybe they just wanted to do it because it would have been cool. Felt cool. Probably would have felt
What
cool.
happened to the brother, the one that said that we'd go to the casino get sushi? Remember that guy?
Yeah, that guy was awesome.
That guy rocked.
That guy was the best.
We go to the casino, get sushi.
You'd have to
comped.
understand the kind of guy that Steve was. He's talking to 15 reporters.
Yeah, outside his
The
house.
kind of guy Steve was. We're talking sushi dinners, $1,000 comp. The fucking transition sunglasses
Outside
on.
his house in Summerlin.
Wearing like a big dog shirt,
Yeah.
fucking board shorts.
Dude, those kind of dads, my friends that had those kind of dads,
That guy's a hard dick savage.
those are the best. Those are the best kind of
I
dads.
hope he's
to
all
have.
right. I hope the deep state hasn't taken him out.
My friend who had a dad like that, he had a boat. We take out on Lake Mead, and he had a sign on his boat. He got it in a novelty shop or something that said "My boat, my rules."
Awesome.
Yeah, he let us have beers.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And he would rape women on there.
Yeah.
And they'd try to stop him, and he'd point at the sign.
Yeah, my boat, my rules, baby. International waters. We're on a lake, sir. This is a lake.
It's where they call that place the International House of Pancakes. You go in there, it's all white people. You think you see, some Chinese, maybe an African guy. You imagine an African guy seeing a stack of pancakes for the first time? Oh my goodness, I can't believe there's more than one.
The African voice within the Bobby Slayton voice.
I cannot believe they have more than one.
That's expert, Nick.
A whole stack of pancakes. Oh my goodness, some of them have banana. He's turning the whole place into a fucking jungle gym. He's throwing coconuts at the waitress.
He brought him with him?
Yeah. He's like, how many pancakes is this? Chinese guy, get over here, help me with the math. Chinese guy wipes the cum off his face, says, what do you want, a pair of sneakers? I only know how to suck dick and make sneakers.
Well, that guy's got 2 jobs. He's burning the midnight oil, that Chinese guy.
They work hard. He's a hard worker.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
God damn, dude. I feel bad for Bobby Slayton. His wife died.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Let's send him a fruit basket or something.
Yeah. Hope he's okay. It's a tragedy. I thought he said 26 years. I thought he was going to talk about a dumb bitch divorce.
I thought
he
so,
set it up
too.
that way.
That's where we buried her, and the whole time I'm thinking, she's 6 feet closer to all them fucking Chinese people right now. If you're thinking about it, you die, they just sort of move you towards China.
A little bit.
That's all dying is you become a little bit Chinese. What do they do in China? Blast them into fucking space?
Right. That's so fun. That's a great question.
Fuck.
I bet they would do that if we weren't busy sucking dick and making sneakers. And they went over there and the IHOP sucking everybody's cock and making them leave with a pair of Nikes.
Right. That is absolutely correct. Damn. I would love to dig a hole to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it.
Right through the molten core of the earth.
Mm-hmm. No, I subscribe to Hollow Earth theory as presented in the King Kong movies, where it's a a monster verse in the inside.
It's all the fucking monsters.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's like the floor is a circle. Somehow
I watched that. What was that? The newest one, Kong
Godzilla
Kong
versus
Reloaded.
Kong. It was Godzilla versus Kong.
Godzilla
Badass.
versus Kong.
Very good.
Dude, Godzilla would fucking destroy King Kong. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, it's just a fact. A fucking gigantic dinosaur that breathes fucking laser beams and fire out of his mouth and has spikes everywhere and claws. And even look at the competition that Godzilla has trained for. Godzilla fought like Megalodon and all that shit. Megalodon, is that a fucking... The bird, the fucking bug thing. I forgot these names. I used to remember them as a kid. But Godzilla's fighting like other big ass monsters with lasers and 3-headed dragons and shit. Gamora or something like that. Who's King Kong fought? King Kong is also way fucking smaller than Godzilla. Way smaller. That's... But people just eat it up. It's entertainment.
They had an ancient rivalry.
Like I took that...
So
I
anyway,
took
in
that a
the
little
Sex
too
and the City
seriously.
episode, season 3, episode 5.
Right. No ifs, ands, or
Possibly a
buts.
guest starring Bobby Slayton.
I don't. He's not in it.
Oh, okay.
We just watched it.
Nick wasn't.
You were on your phone.
Nick was on his phone. Sav and I were taking it
I
serious.
was enthralled.
Both of us were. So Samantha has sex with a black record producer.
I was
music
catching
mogul
up on
type.
the latest drama.
Mm.
On what?
You know what?
Oh, Twitter's?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Anyway,
But I don't
Should
know.
I'm drama free.
Should we talk about it?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I'm drama free personally.
Oh, yeah. I'm a fucking... yeah. I only got love in my heart.
The love of not buying people fucking sandwiches.
No ifs, ands, or
I had to
buts.
say it.
Butts spelled
had to say
Butts
Yeah.
is the title of the episode from 2000. And let me
2000.
just say,
I got this Dalai Lama guy. He's like the king of the Chinese or something. And his whole thing is saying, oh, you know, don't worry about life. You'll come back. You get reincarnated. I believe in reincarnation. Well, I would too if I looked like every other motherfucker on the world. If you look at somebody and say, is that me? What's that? Is this a picture of me?
right. So yeah, and no ifs, ands, or buts. Carrie she meets actually.
Carrie meets Aiden boring.
For the canon of the show,
Yeah.
it's a big moment because Aiden,
Becomes a boyfriend.
who's one of her
Second boyfriend.
boyfriends,
Played by Bobby Slayton.
Played by Bobby Slayton.
I'm making fucking furniture. Don't smoke, you bitch. He doesn't like that she
Let me see your
smokes.
pussy.
He doesn't like that. He thinks her smoking is a turnoff. But
He tells her on the first date. This is how unrealistic the show is. He tells her on the first date.
it's not real world.
It's not the smell, it's that it dries you out.
Right, your pussy's absolutely a core.
It's dry.
He tells her on the first date
It's like the pussy skin's made out of treasure maps. It's disgusting.
Yeah, so he tells her he won't date a person who smokes cigarettes. First of all, you're gonna get the pussy at
You're
least
gonna
one
get the
time,
pussy and then say that.
and then you say it later.
Of course.
No one behaves that way.
No one behaves that way, except for in this stupid universe where dying of AIDS, old Jewish comedy writers
Yeah,
are writing puns. For
they
these
really poison
sexually-
the brains of
yeah.
a bunch of dumb bitches.
So many women became so much dumber.
yeah, they're talking about
Yeah.
first kisses. It's like they're 30. In
They're,
the show.
yeah, they're lawyers.
Bobby Slayton, the title of the video is ChineseHaircuts.mpeg.
Okay, all right.
All right, let's go
Yes.
back to that one. Then we'll revisit
Yeah,
the
all right,
Sex
let's
and the City
go.
episode.
You know, you ever go to a barbershop or a beauty salon, you know, where they have all the different hairdos on the wall? You think in a barbershop in China, they just have like 30 pictures of Mo? Yeah, I got something for you. Right here we have a Mo.
Oh, yeah.
You have, you can get
the
Mo.
Three Stooges?
Mo? Mo? Okay, yeah, Mo. Well, you drive me crazy. I'm busy here. Where you on, Mo? Mo? We are running out of haircut. Mo. We have Mo. Okay. Pete Rose. Pete Rose.
Applause, Britt. That's
Hell yeah,
awesome.
dude.
He milked that. Anyway. So, Aiden, whatever.
Boring.
But then...
Sorry. Autoplay.
but then...
Samantha
What else
meets.
happens?
Yeah, Samantha meets
a hot black
a
guy.
young black professional music record mogul, executive producer type,
For Big Boy Records, I believe.
something like that. Yeah, Tommy Boy records.
Tommy Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's the Chris Farley themed.
We're gonna start a rap company. They produced a fat guy in a little coat. The hit smash single.
Yeah, Down by the River.
Fat guy in a little coat. Anyway,
Anyway, so she meets a black gentleman, and they start a romantic
a tryst.
where she goes black, and then her the black guy's sister is
Who's a hot chef?
who's a hot
Who I would fuck for the
who's a
record.
hot young black female.
What's
chef.
her name? Fucking Aunt Jemima.
Was she making pancakes?
What'd you make? I wonder where she works. Maybe the IHOP.
Right. She might work at IHOP.
She might work at the IHOP with all the Chinese and African guys.
I thought the premise of that was there aren't any of those.
I'm saying that's the one. It does exist, but it's the one you work at.
Oh, yeah, she probably works there.
Yeah,
No, she has a fancy restaurant uptown.
Yeah, in Harlem, one would assume.
Yeah.
And they start a romantic tryst, and then the sister, when they're having a date back at the sister's restaurant, asks to have a conversation with Kim Cattrall.
So, who,
Samantha.
again, looks... And I will say, they look good.
She's an 11.
SJP's looking pretty good, too, I must
SJP
say.
could catch a
In
dick.
2000,
Yeah, she
her
could catch
titties
a
look
dick.
pretty big.
Yeah,
I like a nice curly shock of hair.
yeah. She was looking looking fire too.
good.
Sarah Jessica Parker, I'd like to park her face right on my fucking or pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we get it.
Your pussy.
Somebody want to translate that for this Chinese guy?
Anyway, what was I talking about? No, yeah. So
Here, I'll do it for you. Ping pong, Nintendo, tic tac toe. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There you go. You don't know what the language is that? It's just fucking tic tac toe, ping pong. That's all they're ever saying. They're talking about games for 4-year-olds.
I fucking love stand-up comedy. It's an art form.
yeah,
You just fucking... You build a house doing that in the 80s.
modern day
Brick
philosophy.
by brick.
A nice house.
Oh, yeah. Damn, that play...
Rice
What
by
is
rice.
this? This is sick.
I think
it's
it's Iceland.
Shit. Should I go to Iceland? I want to go to some shit like with nature.
That's really nice.
What? Where?
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
So, yeah, the sister's like, you can't... She says, keep your little white pussy away from my brother.
Mm-hmm.
She basically says Kim Cattrall can't date her brother because she's white.
Mm-hmm.
She's experiencing racism.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to keep black cock from Kim Cattrall.
And she said, and then she responds by saying, "We'll get your big fat, get your
Get your
fat
big
black,
black
ass,
ass. No, big
black
black
ass. Yeah,
Yeah, and then they
away
fight.
from me, and then they fight in the club. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's a pretty good episode.
You think black women got fat asses? Because it's just swollen from sitting around all the time.
Right, that's a good question.
From
Not working, is that what you mean?
All right.
I would say no.
I'd say Chinese.
Okay, all right,
Sorry, you go back to the wheelhouse.
Well, the other thing that dawned on me while watching this episode is that there's that gay character,
Sanford.
and it must.
Yeah. You know what? They'll never make a show with him called Sanford and Son.
Right.
Unless he adopts one of them from China.
Yeah. But what if they go shopping for shoes? Wouldn't that get awkward?
It would get awkward. Did you make these?
I love it because he's like, look, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But they make the shoes.
The baby that you brought over from China. Maybe they made the shoes.
Anyway, it must suck to be a straight guy in your big breakout role.
I don't know if Sanford was straight in real life.
Oh, was he gay?
Maybe, I don't know.
Interesting. Anyway, it's one thing to play a gay guy and you kiss a guy once, but if you're on Sex and the City, you're just...
What the fuck are they talking about? Jesus Christ. I thought this was Bobby Slayton. Now they're talking about Sex and the City. What?
Every week kissing a different guy. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, Willie.
Let me.
It's one thing to play a gay guy and you kiss a guy once, but if you're on Sex and the City, you're just every week kissing a different guy. That's
not counting all the fucking extra takes. Oh, the lighting was off on that one. We got to do a retake. We got to do more shoots. We're changing the furniture around in the background. Actually, we don't want that couch there anymore. I need you to kiss that fucking guy again. Like, that would suck. Well, would it suck if you're gay though? Yeah, because I mean, I'm straight and there's plenty of women that I wouldn't want to kiss. So I'm assuming if you're gay, are you attracted to like all dudes? You know, like straight dudes aren't attracted to all women. I don't know. What the fuck?
It's got to be tough.
Yeah, Willie Garson.
It's a joke, I know.
R.I.P. Willie.
The late Willie Garson.
Yeah, it'd be funny to find an actor. I might just go on Backstage and be like, "Hi, I'm a casting director. Or there's a new HBO series."
Oh no, stop! You're right.
He's straight.
Though he is mainly known for having played an openly gay man on Sex and the City, he was heterosexual. He avoided discussing his sexual orientation publicly, saying, "For years I didn't talk about it because I found it to be offensive to gay people."
Yeah, just find an actor on Backstage and be like, "Yeah, I'm casting for a HBO series directed by Martin Scorsese, and we want you to read for the role. It's a homosexual robot that can only communicate using the N-word."
You have to say it, and you have to say it gaily.
Yeah,
in a gay robot
and that's
voice.
all you can in the script is just the N-word over and over again, and then the character bends over to get fucked in its ass.
Well, it's a job.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a day at the office.
Damn, he had pancreatic cancer. That's a tough one.
It's sad.
He adopted a kid. Did he get any pussy?
It said that he was a heterosexual, but he didn't want to say it because he thought it would be.
No, I see that, but did they say?
Makes you wonder where he adopted the kid from.
China. I wonder where.
Begs a question. That's all I'm saying.
It really does.
Fuck. The motherfucking Pitbull of Comedy, man. Yeah, anyway. What else was fucking... Anyway, that's all I'm saying. I wouldn't want to kiss guys on camera too much. Or off, for that matter.
I would do anything for money.
How much money?
Doesn't matter.
$20. Will you kiss my penis?
$20 is $20, brother.
You don't even have to suck it. You just have to...
A little peck on the penis is just
right
skin,
on the head,
bud.
though.
Right on the tip, but I gotta find
and
the
I'm
head.
pulling back my foreskin.
Oh, you're gonna pull it back from me? Oh, nice.
So you get a fragrance.
So you're gonna be a gentleman, you mean?
I think pulling it back is worse, dude. It's, you know.
You gotta
You
pull
would know.
it back and kiss?
Yeah, because the foreskin is skin. The dickhead is penis material.
No, the foreskin is still penis.
All penis material.
Yeah.
It's made out of penis.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, this is a good point. A foreskin is much closer to the skin on your arm or whatever, whereas if I pull it back, the top of my dick, that's only dick. There's nothing else in the on your body.
Whatever you say.
There's skin on the helmet,
Whatever
bro.
you say.
The helmet is cock material. It's a different type than foreskin.
all.
Yeah, penis got a helmet. It's like a retarded.
That's
guy.
why, by the way,
So is kissing this part of your hand the same as kissing the bottom of your feet? Because it's the same material?
Speaking of, no, hold on. That's why.
Wait, what? When you got like retarded guys don't wear the helmets, you guys call those guys uncut?
Right.
It's like a foreskin.
Right. That's interesting.
Damn, that's killing me.
What is?
Doing the Bobby Slayton voice.
It's all right, man. We're
Maybe
almost
we
done.
just got COVID the second time.
No, you guys are good. I would honestly feel bad. I assume you can't get it.
I think the assumption is that the Omicron variant. I think you can get the Delta if you had Delta, but I don't think you
If you believed any of that shit, I got a helmet for you.
have it based on
Well, it's saying there's Deltacron now.
Ooh.
Just
Flurona.
saying, man.
Flurona.
Yeah, which sounds like a lady that fucking cleans floors.
Flurona.
Yeah, she uses Fabuloso.
Housekeeping.
If you fail for that, fucking
Flurona.
bullshit.
I wish I could get more
Get
Spanish.
back here right now, Flurona.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. Siesta, ocho.
Anyway,
Nacho Libre.
cockhead and foreskin are two different things. And that's, I rest my case.
All right.
I breast my face.
I breast my face.
Fuck.
What?
Because also, here's the thing. They tell you that you're more likely to get AIDS with an uncircumcised dick because foreskin is the kind of material that's more porous than regular dick skin or some shit like that. So therefore, they're two different things. That's another supporting piece of evidence.
Wow.
Thank you. So if you had to choose a guy's foreskin or the pulled back penis to kiss, you would choose his penis?
I wouldn't see if it's just a peck. I wouldn't see much of a difference, to be honest.
But you have to pick one.
You say it's worse
The question
than
is,
the helmet?
okay, how about this? Shaft or dickhead?
Shaft is better than.
Some people, they're so small like that the dickhead and the shaft are indistinguishable. I don't know. What would you do? I would, yeah, I guess the shaft. The shaft.
Thank you. Foreskin is shaft. It's basically shaft that's pulled over.
Shaft is better because that's
It's
not
still-
where the pee come out.
It's still dick,
I
though.
guess foreskin then. I guess you convinced me.
Thank
I
you.
threw your Socratic
People in the house are probably like, what the fuck is this guy watching?
logic.
I'll just go on the record real quick to say that I would not do any of that for $20.
Yeah, I forgot it was for
No,
shitty.
right.
I wouldn't either. I'm
no.
not gay, but Adam is.
It's just a hypothetical scenario.
Let's just go back.
We've had a couple really good discussions at the end of these two podcasts.
I'm gonna kiss it in PS5 secured.
We got about 5
You know what I'm
minutes
saying?
left.
Damn, I want PS4.
Kind of at the end of my
Just get it.
I
attention
can't.
span
What do
with
you mean,
this one.
just get it?
Dude, you have
I'm gonna find
time
it for
to
you
look
right
for
now.
it.
I don't, dude.
I'm gonna find it for you right now. I do really like those Christmas Day pranks where parents get a PS5
I hate
box.
that. I think that's cruel.
There was one where a guy put a Timberland. He put one Timberland in a PS5 box.
Nah, that's fucked up.
The
to do
kids
to a
were
kid.
crying.
You could do it to an
It's
adult.
fucked up.
That's funny. Like if
Walmart.com,
I has them.
eBay. You could get it by Thursday, January 13th. That's in 3 days, Nick.
Off what?
Walmart.com.
All right, they're not talking about Bobby Slayton anymore unless there's like some super extremely funny shit within these last 5 minutes. And me stopping here is going to just ruin the whole fucking video. Yeah. It started off nice and then it started just them talking about it was just I wish this would have been cut and edited a little bit more. So yeah, we're done with that one. So I got a question for the 2 or 3 people that might be still watching. Shaft or the head? You have to choose one. Don't be a bitch and say neither. you're like someone's got a gun to your head, and that's not even an option. Like, you have to. You know what I mean? Like, somebody is like pushing your face. Like, two dudes are like buff dudes are like shoving your head down, and they're like, shaft her head, and you're like, oh god, which one are you choosing? I said shaft. All right, peace.